we got an all women's card on Friday night.
Beautiful.
I mean that
Shout out
thing.
to Jake Paul.
That thing's sexy, pun intended.
I almost went there. I almost said, let me just stay professional. Yeah.
And so I just wanted to shout out Ramla Ali. She'll be making her next fight. She's 9-2 against Lila Furtado. That should be a really good fight. But I mean, top to bottom, the whole card is really a stack. Chantel Cameron is back in the ring. Sugar Neeks getting in the ring against Sharita Metcalf. That's gonna be a really good fight as well. But of course, the names that everybody knows, we kind of want to get to those. So
Savannah Marshall
and Shadeja.
I think Savannah wins that fight.
I do too.
Yeah.
Shadeja, the first fight she lost, I can't remember. I think it might have been against Franchon.
It was Franchon?
It was Franchon Cruz-Dezurn. She got out-hustled in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that Franchon was the sharper puncher or anything. It was, Franchon... it's funny using this term. Women might not take it as well as men do, but Franchon's a dog, and I mean it the same sense we mean it for men. That she's a warrior and has a lot of heart. She pulled that fight out, by having more dog. And not that Shadeja doesn't have it. Shadeja used to spar you. Shadeja is from Jersey and is a tough girl. But I think Savannah Marshall's the best opponent Clarissa's beaten. I think you could argue Savannah gave Shields the best fight of her career. Mm-hmm. So I think Marshall, who's tall and has power and has that amateur background, knows how to box. I think she might be a little bit younger than Shadeja too. I got Savannah in that fight.
Let's see who's older. I got Savannah in that fight. I think she's gonna out hustle Shadeja. She also has some power. She's got some pop. So it's not like Shadeja's just gonna walk through it and eventually get her way. And that's been the Achilles heel for Shadeja Green, is her work rate is just not matched. Her skills, her talent, her capabilities. She's just kind of underperformed, and against lesser competition, you couldn't see it. But I personally, have been able to see that, especially with the fight with Cruz Dezurn. I definitely saw that against her.
I think experience alone. She fought the top of the top. Clarissa Shields?
And gave her a good fight.
I think experience
clearly
alone,
lost, but
separates.
Yeah.
But once you go there and gain that experience,
it was kind of close.
It was kind of close.
No, she was. No, I'm not saying it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't nip and tuck. Clarissa clearly won.
8-2 maybe.
Right.
9-1.
Well, that's
maybe.
competitive for Clarissa. 7-3 is a win.
That girl was on her thing. But go ahead.
I just thought I think we all had high expectation for Green. I just think she hasn't proved it and lived up to it yet. Mm-hmm. Is there a way for her to get to that point?
I know the.
Hey, look. Go ahead, Go ahead, Kobe.
Hold on.
Hell.
Let's run the triangle. Let me get my two.
Go ahead, Kobe. Hell.
She's got to make an adjustment, right, Sean?
Yeah. So what's the adjustment, Sean?
Well, she likes her pull counters, right? She likes to be a counterpuncher and be a pull counter. If she can make an adjustment. This, you could explain it better. Actual Michael.
No.
Yeah. Well, she could, if she could make an adjustment, I wouldn't know how to do it. I'm not a boxing coach.
Stop. Go ahead. Do it, man.
She got to find a way to step inside, because if she steps inside and gets off at a closer distance to Marshall, she could rip and get to the body and maybe surprise us and win this fight. But if she's trying to pull counter against a taller woman who has power, I don't know if that's the right game plan. I don't know. She's got to find a way to make that step in and get close to Savannah Marshall, not try to pull counter on the outside.
Shadeja boxed and found style. She didn't box and she didn't find what wins. Right? So what I mean by that is you're looking for a pull counter because it looks good. You're not looking for a pull counter because it works, and then what's the movement after that, and then what's going to set up the pull counter. You sitting back the whole fight waiting on the pull counter, scooting up waiting on the pull counter. You found style, right? So style, when you talk about you got dog, there's no dog in style. There's dog in doing what wins, what you have to do. That's where you find the dog. You know what I mean? So I think she has separated the dog with trying to be style and profile. She got to let that go, right? You said, what does she need to do? She needs to train differently. She needs to train with a faster pace. She needs to train for more offense and less waiting on what looks good.
Okay.
That's what she needs. And I don't know. I don't know if that'll come.
Because she got good technique and speed on her punches and, good pop. So yeah, we'll see. I don't count her out.
Does this card have 80% of the women, the big names in women's boxing on this card?
Pretty much everyone except Clarissa and Michaela.
Yeah.
And Sinisa. They don't have Gabriella, Clarissa, and Michaela, I would say, are the three omissions.
Alysia Baumgartner's taking on Jennifer Miranda
from Spain.
Undefeated fighter.
Yeah.
I watched some tape on her.
She's been training over where I've been working with Kenny Sims.
Oh, you seen her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She in there training. I'm sorry we're going to keep using this reference, but she in there training like a dog. You know, she in there putting in the work. I think she's putting it in twice a day. And you're right. When you get in the ring with Alysia, it is more than just punching in combination. You can't stand there with Alysia, because Alicia's going to figure out a way to get you first and probably get you last and get out of there. You know what I mean? With Alysia, it's got to be the movement. It's got to be kind of like the full package. I don't know if this young lady has the full package, but she is 12-0. She is coming. She's from Spain. Knows she's coming into hostile territory, for the sake of words. And looking at her energy, it looks like she knows what the job is. And I like when somebody clocks in knowing what the job is.
You think with Alysia, you just got to stay busy?
Yeah,
she does have laws. Is she a land her stuff and did she sit back? If you could stay busy, Shawn Porter all night, you got a shot.
And the separation right there for Michaela.
But don't get knocked out.
Michaela stays busy, but not enough defense.
Yeah.
Stays busy, but stays there. Yeah. So, again, when you talk about me staying busy, I always figured out a way to get those pivots in, the head movement in and stuff like that.
And that slow start cost her against Baumgartner. Baumgartner was up 3-0, so then she could manage the fight from there. Like, okay, I could take a round or two off here because I got 3 in the bank, and she did her thing. Yeah.
Alysia by knockout?
Nah.
The bomb ain't the bombing? I got the bomb. AB, I got you, baby. I ain't mean that baby like that, but I got you.
If she gets one.
I don't want no problem. Mine and yours.
What are we talking about? By knockout? Ew. I don't know if it's by knockout.
2-minute rounds at the championship level in women, it just doesn't happen that often. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't.
Okay.
But that's something that she's figured out how to do to kind of like separate herself from everybody else. Be a little bit more exciting and, have a little bit more flair. So
I think skills-wise, she's as good, or skills-wise, you could argue even as good, or since she's younger and actually in her absolute prime right now, even a little craftier than the two women in the main event, Taylor and Serrano. But those girls have a pace that we don't see from Alysia. But yes. What I like about watching Alysia is she sets some of the best traps in women's boxing. She slows the pace down, and a lot of with 2-minute rounds, it's usually not advantageous in women's boxing to slow the pace down. But she's able to, because she sets such good traps. I think
they respect it.
Yeah, she has power in both hands. She has a good left hook too. I know she stopped Terry Harper with her right hand, but she has a good left hook to the body and to the head. She's good. I'd say her one flaw, and every fighter has them, is like you said, her work rate, and she'll have her little lulls and her little spurts where she needs to take a breather. And then again, if she was ever to move up to fight Taylor and the Serrano winner, those girls are busy pre-punch a lot too, and so is Alysia. But Alysia likes to slow it down, like the men's 3-minute rounds. And looking ahead to the main event, that's the big question for Serrano in part 3 is, you got to find a way to do something different, because if the fight goes to script the way it always has, you're going to hurt her, but she's going to outland you and win a close fight again. So, but yeah, I think Baumgartner wins this fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, shout out to you, Sean. Somebody said, I can't read this. I'm dyslexic, and you got this other stuff in here with some 3s and some E's and T's and all that kind of stuff. He said, Sean be commentating his ass off. He said, you feeling like you there. So there it is.
Best in the business.
They tell me you got to be confident, so I'm trying.
Best in the business.
Ellie Scottney, she's 10-0, and Yamile Mercado 24-3. Mercado's been in the ring with some names. She's been in the ring with Amanda Serrano. She upset Ramla Ali, who was an Olympian and was really supposed to be on another level right now, but I think because of Mercado, she's not. So that should be a pretty good fight as well.
Mexico's been having the UK's number, so we'll see in this fight if that continues to pattern. Mm-hmm. So